Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Thank you very much for joining me again, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are doing okay and managing to take care of yourself despite all the crazy things that are going on at the moment. I'm not sure what it's like where you are in the world at the moment. In England, we're still able to go outside just for a little walk or to the shops, obviously one person at a time. But I know some people in different countries have, been told that they shouldn't be going out at all. So hopefully you are looking after yourself and doing some nice thing of self care just to keep your mindset feeling positive and as happy as you can be despite the circumstances. I really appreciate you joining me here today. Hopefully I can give you something nice to help you move your body. We're going to do a little exercise for our shoulders, for our upper back, and for for twisting our spine as well. It's a really nice exercise. Before I continue with that though, if you are watching, please do give me a thumbs up or a little heart to let me know that you're out there, and by all means please do share this with your friends and tag anyone you think might be interested in this, because it's a really nice exercise which I use also for as part of my warm-up sometimes, but also I use it as a strength exercise as well, so it's got some really good benefits in lots of different ways. So why do we want to do this exercise? Before I show you what it is, first of all, is we want to build mobility and strengthen our upper back, because a lot of us have this seated, curved over posture because of our day jobs. We're sitting at desks all day, we might be driving a lot, well possibly not at the moment, but a lot of us are working from home, or perhaps even if you're not working at the moment and you're spending a lot of time sitting on the sofa, this might be a really good one for you. And what happens when we're in this posture is the muscles in the front of the body, because we're here, they kind of lock into place, they get overly contracted into this position, and this is why you end up with this rounded posture. The muscles at the back of the body aren't being used properly, and so they just stop working as well as they should do. And what we need to do is to activate them so that they can start to open up across the front of the body and contract here, and then by strengthening them as well, we're encouraging them to build strength and to help release the muscles in the front of the body. So by contracting the muscles in the back of the body, it actually it helps to release the muscles in front, so you're really doing some good work to improve your posture. Also, if you're a belly dancer, as many of you watching me are, these exercises are going to be great for your arm undulations, because we're going to be talking about moving the scapula across the back, and also for Egyptian, for example, particularly in the upper body, where we're moving like this, and also torso twist in fat chant style and in datura style. Lots of styles, the belly dance have a very similar movement. Even just things like your chest circles, that kind of thing, needs a lot of mobility and also strength as well. It's not just about being able to have this movement, but you want to be strong in this position so that we're keeping our bodies safe. So let me show you the movement. If you've been working with me for a while, or you've seen some of my stuff, you may have done this one before, because it is one of my favourites. Certainly if you did the 14-day challenges with me last year, you'll have done this one. But if not, then please follow along. So we're going to be on hands and knees, and making sure that your knees are underneath your shoulders. No, they're not. Your knees are underneath your hips and your hands are underneath your shoulders. Nice firm grip. I like to grip the floor a little bit with my fingers, almost like I'm holding a basketball or something like that. So it really, I've got an energetic grip on the floor rather than sinking into it. Yeah. I'm going to take one hand off, and literally, this is called thread the needle, by the way. We're going to thread the needle through the arm and in between the arm and the knee, and then opening up, looking up towards the top hand if that feels good. So what's going on here, when I thread through, I really want to focus on the shoulder blade pulling away from the spine, and as I open up here, I want to think about pulling the shoulder blade towards the spine. So I'm allowing the shoulder blade to move away from the spine, getting a stretch in those muscles there, and then really squeezing the shoulder blade in towards the spine as I lift up. And I'm also keeping my hips nice and still and really allowing the twist to happen at the waist. And you can follow the hand with the gaze if you like, to get a little bit of twist in the spine as well. So I'm going to do the other side for those of you guys who are following along with me. Let's do maybe about 5. So again, hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, and scooping the arm through and opening up. So this is really engaging the muscles like the rhomboids and the trapezius muscles, and then also we're getting some nice twisting happening in the obliques, and obviously the spine is rotating as well, so you're getting some nice movement in there. Let's do one more on this side, really pulling the shoulder blade away from the spine, getting a nice stretch there, and then really squeezing the shoulder blade towards the spine as you lift the arm up. So I like to do that quite often as part of a warm-up, just to start to get things moving. And then I will progress it in a variety of different ways. So you have a resistance band. These are fantastic. If you have one of these at home, great. If you don't and you do a home practice, or hopefully you're doing a home practice now that we're all stuck at home, I highly recommend getting hold of some of these. They don't take up any space. They're super cheap. There's all sorts of things you can do with them. So the way we can add this onto our thread the needle is to have the band underneath the one hand, and then you're gripping it with the arm that's opening up, and just allowing yourself enough space with the band so that you can still open up nice and far, but you're getting some tension in the band. If you're too close in, you won't be able to move very far, and if you're too far away, it doesn't really add any challenge. So that's a nice easy variation that you can add on with a resistance band. If you have weights, you can add those on as well. Same principle, you would just hold the weight in the one hand, and I've got here some examples in case you don't have any weights at home. You can use any heavy object that you can grip onto really, but these are just some ideas. This is a water bottle I filled with water. It's quite a heavy flask, so that just adds to the weight. If you have a glass bottle perhaps that you can grip, that might add a little bit to the weight as well. But when you're first starting with this exercise, I wouldn't recommend putting too much weight anyway until you get used to it. And then here obviously there's a nice glass jar full of some popcorn. That's another option you can do. And in the same way as we did with the resistance band, you're just using the weight. I know it keeps disappearing out of the screen, never mind, but you can get the idea, just to give a little bit of extra weight and resistance to help build some strength in that movement. So if you are not comfortable being on your hands and knees for whatever reason, you can totally do this one standing up and resting against the wall. I'm just going to come against my mirror here, so I'm just going to touch it softly, but you would obviously be leaning against your wall, and you can do exactly the same thing. You can scoop your arm through and open up, and basically you can be fairly high standing up. To challenge yourself more, you would come down a little bit further. Imagine I was standing rather than on my knees, but you get the idea basically. And also you can do this one at your desk even. So if you're working from home, even when you go back to work in the office, this is a great one to do when we're sitting here and you just want to take a 2-minute break just to do something to make your body feel good. You don't necessarily want to get up. You can push your desk chair away just a little bit so you've got some space. Hand goes on the edge of the desk like this, and then same thing. You're just scooping and opening up. And this is great to get into the habit of while we're at home at the moment. And then when you take it back into the office and you feel like your co-workers are going to give you funny looks, get them to join in too and start making a thing of it in the office. The office I used to work in used to do that. There was a guy who who would stand up every day and do his exercises that he needed to do for his back. And before long, everyone started joining in. So it's a great way to get people moving and looking after their bodies. So don't be scared if you feel like people are going to be looking at you. Encourage them to join in and let them know why. So that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this little exercise. I hope you've given it a go. If you're not in a position that you can do it with me right now, please do save it and give it a try later on, because it does feel fantastic across the back and it just feels really nice to open up along there. And you can always just stick it into your warm-up routine or use some of the strength exercises. Please do let me know how you get on. I would love to know what you think of this one. Pop some comments in the box. Do let me know if you have any questions, even if you're watching on catch up, and give me a little like or thumbs up if you have enjoyed this. So this week I've got a couple more live videos happening. I'm going to be live on the Solaris page, not on my personal profile, tomorrow evening, and I'm going to start doing a little mini series for beginner belly dancers. So if you know someone who has wanted to try belly dancing and just wants a little taster, that's going to be live at 5 p.m. tomorrow on my Solaris Movement Fitness Dance page. And then on Thursday I'll be back again doing a little live dance along video like I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. So hopefully you will join me for that. So I think that's all. Oh, I've just had a comment there. It's Sharon. Sharon, thank you. She's giving them a try now. Well done, Sharon. Get stuck in. Let me know how you get on. I know you've got some resistance bands at home, so you can give those a go. Warm up without the resistance band first, and then you can add the resistance band in to build strength. Any other questions, please do let me know. Tag me in the comments so that I see them. And if you've got any requests for anything, please do let me know as well, because I'd love to give you something that is useful to you and that you want. So I hope you're all well. Please look after yourselves. Get outside if you can. Open the windows if you can. Do whatever you need to do to make you feel good at the moment. Sending lots and lots and lots of love to you wherever you are in the world. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.